Okay, good morning, everybody. I'm going.
You are now unmuted.
Sorry, good morning, everybody. I'm going to do this class. Sorry for the delay. I know it was an internet connection problem, but I'm here and I'm going to explain about the renewable resources. Okay, so for renewable resources, it is important to mention that this is an alternative to the fossil fuels um, resources. Like there is non-renewable resources like fossil fuels, and there's renewable like wind, sun, and others. Okay, so it is important to mention that this is the alternative that we are looking for as humans, as humankind, because um, our planet is facing many challenges. So it is very, very important for all of you to find a different solution to our needs about energy and resources. Okay, so let's start. When it comes to energy resources, there is always the question of sustainability. It is important that resources provide enough energy to meet our needs, to heat our houses, power our cities, and run our cars. However, it's also important to consider how these resources can be used long term. Some resources will practically never run out. Okay, so uh, uh, sources of energy like petroleum will one day we are going to run out of petroleum as we saw in last classes. So it is important to say that every single non-renewable source is going to disappear. So that's why we need this. These are known as renewable resources. Renewable resources also produce clean energy, meaning less pollution and greenhouse emissions, okay, which contribute to climate change. The United States energy sources have evolved over time from using wood prior to the 19th century to later adopting non-renewable resources such as fossil fuels, petroleum, and coal, which are still the dominant sources of energy today. But the Earth has a limited supply of the resources. Recently, renewable resource use has begun to increase. According to the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency, 11% of the U.S. energy consumption came from renewable resources in 2017. So 89% of the energy from the US are non-renewable. That comes from coal, petroleum, and fossil fuels. So let's go into the next one. So this is aeolic energy and sun energy, solar energy for houses. It is also an option, but one of the problems with these kind of sources is that if there's no sun, so there's no energy. I think we can save some energy. I mean, in sunny days, we can have some batteries, but also if there is no sun for like a month, what are we going to do? Like in countries, European countries where there is a lot of kind of like bad weather, it will be very difficult. Next, there are some challenges associated with using renewable resources. For instance, renewable energy can be less reliable than non-renewable energy, with seasonal or even daily changes um, in the amount produced. However, scientists are continually addressing these challenges, working to improve feasibility and reliability of renewable resources. Renewable resources include biomass energy, such as ethanol, hydropower, geothermal power, wind energy, and solar energy. Biomass refers to organic material from plants or animals. So it is important to mention that for renewable energies, uh, we are facing many challenges to how to obtain these sources. Good morning, Ian. Sorry for the delay. I know it was supposed to start 9:20, but there was a problem with my connection, so I started just a little bit late. Okay, so let's go into the next extract here. Okay, here. This includes wood, sewage, and ethanol, which come from corn and other plants. Biomass can be used as a source of energy because this organic material has absorbed energy from the sun. This energy is turned released as heat energy when burned. Hydropower is one of the oldest renewable resources and has been used for thousands of years. Today, every US state uses, this, uses some amount of hydroelectricity. With hydropower, the mechanical energy from flowing water is used to generate electricity. Hydroelectric power uh, hydroelectric power plants use the flow of rivers and streams to turn the turbine to power or a generator, releasing electricity. Geothermal energy comes from the heat generated deep within the Earth's core. Yes, I say to the other ones of the class teacher, yes, you can tell everybody to come to the class if they want. Okay, good. Thanks so much. Okay, so geothermal, or there's the explanation of um, two ways of having energy. Okay, the first one is hydropower by water, and by water, here's water. Here's the hydro um, to produce hydroelectricity. Okay, and the other is geothermal, what, which come from the Earth's core, where the magma is. That's where it comes from. Okay, so let's keep going. Geothermal, geothermal reservoirs can be found at tectonic plate boundaries, near volcanic activity, or deep underground. Geothermal energy can be harnessed by drilling wells to pump up water or to steam to a power plant. This energy is then used for heating and electricity. Wind energy generates electricity by turning wind turbines. Okay? The wind pushes the turbine blades, and a generator converts this mechanical energy into electricity. This electricity can supply power to homes and other buildings. And it can even be stored in power grid. Radiation from the sun can be used as a power source as well. Photovoltaic cells can be used to convert the solar energy into electricity. Okay, this is the photovoltaic cells. Okay, this is a photovoltaic cells. In Spanish, what is the name of this? Celdas solares. Okay, very good. Individually, these cells only generate enough energy to power a calculator. So it's not a lot. Okay, just we can power a calculator. We have enough energy to use a calculator. But when combined to create solar panels or even large arrays, they can provide much more electricity. Searching for the right method of using renewable resources is a task that is growing even more important as the Earth's supplies of non-renewable resources continues to dwindle. Converting to renewable energy will not only better sustain the world's rapidly growing population, but it will also provide a cleaner, healthier environment for the generations to come. Okay, so what are we learning here? That these cells are very important because this is going to be the future for Earth. Okay, if we don't use this, we are going to run out of energy like petroleum. And if we use this and we improve, if we obtain and have a better version of this, we are going to have much energy and a cleaner energy, because right now we are polluting a lot with coal, with petroleum or fossil fuels, and this doesn't pollute a lot. So do you have any questions? Do I need to explain a little bit more?